edition of the ECE department. It gives me immense pleasure, and great pleasure to grace all your presence in the interest of the entire committee. It gives me tremendous contentment to be presenting the welcome speech amongst the most esteemed personalities who have won accolades in their respective fields. Here, I welcome our admired principal of SVEC, Dr. Kalpata Reddy Ma'am, HODs, and esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Usha Eswaran Garu, and our beloved faculty and my dear colleagues and friends. Today, we are all here for the webinar Exploring Future Careers by our honored guest. I request Dr. Rafi Kiran sir, EEE Department HOD, to speak up a few words. Sir, please.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. Sheikh Rafi Kiran, head of the Department of EEE. Madam, good morning, madam. Today's guest, Dr. Usha Eswaran Garu. Madam, how are you? On behalf of SV Engineering College, we are grandly welcoming you for sharing your support to our college, extending your support once again. So we have been a good friends previously, and luckily again we are meeting here. So moving from teaching sector to dedication sector means it's a wonderful journey. So we have been honored such a personality to address our college and sharing some beautiful and career guiding points towards our college. So once again, I am welcoming you, madam, on behalf of SV Engineering College and on behalf of our beloved principal, Dr. Kalpata Reddy, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. So now let me introduce our honored guest, Professor Dr. Usha Eswaran Garu, CEO of SVEC, BE, ME, PhD, MIEEE, FIE, FISTE, CENG. She is a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, academician, educationalist, career analyst, professional certified life skill coach, certified NLP master practitioner, certified professional public speaking coach, parenting coach, leadership coach, women's rights activist, writer, transformational facilitator, emotional intelligence practitioner, trained career guidance mentor, human behavior expert, and a YouTuber. She is even a planning board member of Tirupati University. She is also actively engaged in imparting skill development, career development, and academic consultancy through SVEC as its CEO aimed at enhancing the employability of the youth. She was awarded the doctorate by JNTUH in 2011, a professional with over 30 years of experience. She has addressed over 30 lakh people on various platforms. Dr. Usha Eswaran Garu is a recipient of the Converted Rex Karmavir Global Fellowship and Karmavir Chakrawar instituted by ICONGO and the United Nations. She is a recipient of International Inspirational Global Women Award in 2020. She has conducted customized programs on various skills. Even she has over 200 videos in her YouTube channel. Now, I request our guest, Dr. Usha Eswaran Garu, to hand over the session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty for making me available for you today. And it's always very happy to be with students, especially with SV College. And I should wholeheartedly thank the principal, Dr. Kalpalata Madam, and my dear HOD, how are you? So Rafi, that was really a good thing what you said, like every time whenever we meet, it's a pleasant meeting. Now even virtually we are able to, and I'm sure with your leadership, the students must be really skilled with a lot of knowledge and ready for the future career. So I think both ECE and EEE students are there.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, then I'll start presenting my presentation for you for today.
Yes, madam. Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I'm audible, right?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss today. I'm not sure whether I can finish it in 1 hour. If you feel I'm going beyond time, please let me know. Because when we talk about careers, like 1 hour is not sufficient. So much is there to talk about. And today this opportunity will enlighten you all. Actually, I don't know with what mindset you people have chosen ECE and EEE, but maybe after the presentation, I hope and I wish that you people get some more awareness about the career and the branch which you have chosen, and also the importance of the professional education. So that is very, very important. So already the introduction is done. I'm Dr. Usha Eswaran. All these things are already told. I'm not new to Tirupati, so that is one more thing which I would like to tell. And this is a company which I'm running, SVEC, and we focus on skill development, career guidance, and academic consultancy, because skill development is what is the need of the hour, and that is what is the gap that is existing between institution and the industry, which has to be made available for all the institutions. Institutions should know, the students should know, parents should know, all the people who are connected with education should be aware of this. And this is what is the introduction given about me. And so this is something which I would like to emphasize on this slide, because we all say, and many people say, like when we were studying, engineering was a huge opportunity. If you get an engineering seat, they say that you have achieved something great in life, but nowadays engineering has become a final option. If you don't get any other branch or any other course, like they land up in engineering. Why this particular thought has come into the minds of people? What happened to the engineers in India? Engineers don't get job. Even I do agree with you, but the skilled engineers will always get their proper job and career with a lot of prospects, and they will come and take you. I just would like to underline this word, that the companies will come and search for skilled engineers. Maybe you cannot call yourself as an engineer just because you complete your 4-year course and write your exams, get your certificate. Take my words, in future, nobody is going to ask for any certifications. Nobody is going to ask where you studied, what you studied. If you are going to get a job, they'll ask you whether you know to do the job. So this is what is going to happen. Already Elon Musk and even Google has started recruiting people irrespective of the certification. So it is not a great thing to get a dream job. Only thing is you need to be skilled enough to get a job. So this is one thing which I would like to underline here. And it is really an art of being an engineer. Engineer is not just like that, all the 4 years of education, whatever you take up, and the practicals and the exposure, the internships and the projects and all those things, seminars, conferences, group discussions, technical exhibits, all those 4 years, whatever you do, like every day you will be growing, and it is something like an art. You have to feel yourself as a creator. So that is why I call you as an art of being an engineer. So engineer is not like a machine, you need to be more creative. You need to bring a lot of life for whatever you're doing. So that is very, very important. And I'm going to throw on certain things about engineering. And students, you have to have a self-assessment and ask questions for your own self, whether you fall into any of these categories. If so, you need to try to change yourself. And questions from engineering students, they ask, like, what is wrong with engineering courses in India? What can you say about the pathetic situation of engineering colleges and students in India, in some colleges? What is the reason that lots of engineering students can't get good jobs in India? And students have the wrong idea about engineering courses. Students joined ECE and EEE course because they could not get CSC. So just ask yourself, if you are the one, without knowing what is that career is going to take you to, without knowing what ECE engineer is going to do, what EEE engineer is going to do. Am I going to do the same thing, or I'm just doing an engineering course of any branch and finally I'm going to end up with a software job? So many people might have joined with this idea. and students don't care about learning. So when I tell about this word learning, you need to know that you all study, but how many of you learn? There are a lot of difference between learning and studying. So they don't want to spend time reading or in practical classes, and they consider engineering as fun and wish to obtain passing marks in semester exams and watch TV shows or spend time in social media. Don't get angry, my dear students. This is what is happening. Touch your heart and tell me whether you're also one among them. In some cases, at least for a few minutes, like the last 1.5 years of COVID, you were at home. How many of you have done something extra other than what is there in the curriculum? What have you explored? What have you done on online courses? What have you learned? How you have upskilled yourself? Ask your questions. Ask these questions for your own self. And how many students have the reading habit? And the students do not have the habit of reading the textbooks or reference books. It's highly pathetic. I'm not blaming you, because I am also from ECE department and I was the HOD of ECE department. So I know pretty well how the students study and how they go and write their exams. This will not help you at all in this 21st century. And students are neither disciplined in the mind. Discipline is something which will control you and put you into a focus that what you are doing, you need to do it perfectly and 100%. If you are taking up this engineering profession and doing this curriculum, then 100% you have to involve yourself. What additionally you can do, every day, are you improving 1% of your own skills or your own technical knowledge or the hands-on experience? Are you exploring what is happening around? What are the new technologies that are coming in? So the mind should be focused. So focus is not only your ability to say yes to one thing, but also you should have a discipline to say no to the other. So do you have the discipline to say no to all the distraction that comes in your way and make use of all the positives, all the time you have to invest on learning? And also students can't make decisions. You're very, very poor decision maker. A decision maker should be a critical thinker, and you have to think about the plus and minus of everything. But you don't have that exploration, and students should know how the world works. So world of work is something which you have to be really, really aware of. You people, when I ask you about what are the different careers existing in the world of work, none of you can name more than 100 or 200. But I can tell you that I have a research of more than 22,000 careers. So without knowing what is existing, then what can you do? As AAA engineers, how many different variable careers are available? As ECE engineers, how many different variable opportunities are available? Have you explored? And one more thing, it is not that everybody can choose one particular career. You have to identify your self-ability, your strengths, your mental ability, your personality, your core personality, what type of person you are, what type of job you will enjoy to do, because the 18 years of education is what is going to give you 40 years of work life. You want a proper, happy professional life, only then you will have a happy personal life. And for 40 years of happy professional life and more than that, a happy personal life, you need to concentrate on the 18 years of education, whatever you do, and choose an appropriate career which will make you happy. So this is the one thing which many of you don't do. 98% of the people do not do at all. They just pick up whatever comes in their way. And they should also care about little things which matter and should not waste a lot of time. So this is something I keep on telling, don't waste your time. Time is very, very precious and something which is gone. If it is not being used, it is something like unused seat in your aeroplane. And they think everything will be just fine after engineering. So you people think that if you complete your 4-year course and get your certificate, you write an exam, that everything will be fine. I'll get a job and I'll settle in my life. No, that is not that easy. But it does not matter how optimistic you are. If you jump from a plane without a parachute, how it will be? It will be similar to that. And this is the same if you don't care about the competition and don't understand the fittest one survives even in an interview. So wherever you go, people don't come and recruit people just for the sake of recruiting. and they come to choose the best. As you go and choose something in the shop, you want to buy a chudidar or a sari or a skirt or a mobile phone or anything, whatever you buy, you want best. Similarly, the companies also choose for the best. The best is something which has the knowledge and skill. It is not only the certificate or the marks which you're going to show. Why? Because you're going to live in a world where we have to think about what are the future jobs are about. The students have zero knowledge about the jobs in future, and they're just learning to work as a tool for any company, and the students should start researching on the future demand, need and growth. My dear students, you have to think about the next 10 years, next 15 years, the next 20 years. What is going to be the future? What is going to be the growth? And that is where you have to enlighten yourself and grow yourself. So whatever you're studying in the college is only the basic foundation. So beyond that, if you want to construct beautiful buildings, it is all dependent on your architecture. How you're going to design your life is what is all about. And the students don't think out of box. This is a major problem, and they just listen to the teachers and follow. That is not a human, you know. That is the reason a lot of automation is coming in, because automation is something which is going to do all the routine works where brain need not be used. But even now in the automation and the artificial intelligence, the thinking process is being given. And we human being, we don't think. We just take what others say. We just take the instructions given by others, and we don't think at all. So students have to think out of box and keep your knowledge unlimited. You have to keep on learning every day, and students lack overall knowledge sources even about their selected branch. So if I ask each and every one of you about your own branch, what is the scope and what are you studying? Why you're studying this particular subject? Why electronic devices and circuits are there in your syllabus? Why are you studying power electronics or whatever subject, circuit theory? Everything, no, you do a practical, you learn about DC machines, AC machines, starters, all those things you are studying. But what is that need? Why we are studying? What is that is going to give us in future? So you have to ask the question of why every time you see something. Only then you will learn a lot. And that is what is very, very lacking in today's engineers. And students don't understand that the syllabus taught in the college are basic concepts. And one need to apply the concepts for real life. An engineer should be a creator. So as long as you may apply for some jobs and they may ask you an experienced person. So what does that experience mean? So you're a fresher. So if someone does not give you a job opportunity, then how will you get an experience? So you may ask this question, but you have to prepare your resume in such a way that you have to put in all sorts of the hands-on experience and the projects and the real-time projects, whatever you have done during your college days. So that will be equivalent to the experience what the company is asking. Don't stop applying the company where they are asking experienced people, because if you are a fresher and with all these experiences, they will consider. So do not lose such opportunities, and you have to make use of all this time you're at home to explore knowledge and invest time on exploring and learning more and more skills. So in 2020, they started telling that the tech talent crunch is there. That means what? There is nobody who is technically qualified, though they call themselves as engineers, but they are not ready to do any job as soon as we recruit them. This is what is the complaint from the companies, and people have to reskill and upskill themselves. And you have to understand that this 21st century is a conceptual age. So you need to be a creator, and you need to make meaning out of the information, whatever you have. So this is what is the age we are in, 21st century. We call this as a conceptual age, age of ideas. If you have ideas, if you are creative, if you are innovative, if you have critical thinking, then you are going to survive in the world. The people who don't want to think and who just want to take instructions from somebody and follow will not get any opportunity at all. So the future is all about how you use the information. You have tremendous amount of informations, but you should know how to use the information. And these are all the industry 4. And to your knowledge, let me tell you, industry 5.0 has also come in, and a lot of automation, a lot of new technologies have come in. So how you're going to match yourself in all these areas. some jobs will definitely disappear and new jobs will come. Maybe by the time you complete your engineering, there will be some new job roles which has not been heard now, which is not born till now also. So you have to upskill your knowledge as well as skill. It is not the knowledge alone. You need to be hands-on, you need to be practical, you need to jump into the real life world and do some projects which are relevant to solving the problems in the real life. So this is what is very, very essential. And the skills are something like you choose your technology, get trained by an expert, enhance your skills, and from zero experience to become a job ready. So this is what is very, very important. And let me tell you about the skill gap. The skill gap is something between the gap between the institute, what you study in the institute, the syllabus, what you study, and the expectations of the industry. Definitely, the syllabus is not upgraded as much as the industry expectations. So you have to build that gap, bridge that gap, so that the industry will absorb you. So the skill gap analysis say that there's a skills shortage hits manufacturers, and lack of talent threatens growth and competitiveness, and learning and development and value to the business only when they help a business achieve its primary goals and create opportunities. The difference between a successful person and others is not lack of strength, not lack of knowledge, my dear students, my dear ladies and gentlemen, and all the professors, but a lack of will and skill. So willingness to learn and upskilling yourself, put yourself into learning more and more hands-on. And the skills gap is a significant gap between the organization's skill need and the current capabilities of the workforce. And it is the point at which an organization can no longer grow or remain competitive in its industry. So that is why when people come, they don't come. Why the dream companies don't come to the college, or they choose only the IITs and NITs? Why did they don't come to the private engineering college? They feel that the private engineering college syllabus does not match with the expectations of the industry, and the students are not trained to fill the gap, bridge the gap. So they don't want to even conduct an interview for you. So how do you overcome all these things? So you have to expose, the college has to build this and in the website showing that how they bridge this skill gap, what are the initiatives they're taking. And you have to promote it to the companies so that the companies will come to know about your activities, and you have to showcase all those things you are doing, practically. And that is when you can get all the dream companies coming into your college. So this is not difficult, as well as this is not as easy as I'm saying. You have to do it. You have to really, really invest a lot on bridging this skill gap. You need to do a lot of activities beyond your syllabus. You need to do a lot of real-time projects. You have to have an understanding with an industry person coming to your college or giving you lectures and giving you projects and helping you to finish those projects, so that can become an asset for the institution as well as for an individual. And the jobs are changing, my dear students, and educational attainment is lagging the need for skills, and the huge technology changes in industry, while the curriculum is not updated frequently. Why they will update the curriculum that frequently? Because the basic remains the same. The foundation cannot be changed. So the ultimate aim of the educational institution is to give you the basic foundation. Unless you know ABCD, you will not be able to learn the vocabulary, or you cannot improve your English language. Similarly, your proficient knowledge, the professional knowledge on ECE or EEE, you need to know about the basics pretty well. So unless you know about the resistors, capacitors, and inductors, if you don't know the Ohm's law, if you don't know the Kirchhoff's law, and all those PN junction and semiconductors, all those things, if you don't know the basic transistor operation, you will not be able to learn anything about that. So that is the reason the institution's syllabus cannot change frequently. They may have electives, they may have additional courses which may substitute the skill gap, but that cannot be brought into the curriculum. So skill-based hands-on experience has been neglected as it is not in the curriculum. So that is what I expect that you all do. So that is nothing but very simple example. I'll tell you, if you see a small kid in the home, it tries to wear the shoes of their grandpa or the father because it wants to grow, but you can see that there is a gap between the feet of the boy and the size of the shoe. So this is what happens, like when you try to apply for the companies, there is a big gap between your size of knowledge and skill and the expectations of the knowledge and skill of the industry. So this is what we call it as the skill gap, and you need to bridge these gaps. What are these gaps? They are the basic skills, technical and professional skills, management and leadership, emotional intelligence, language and communication skills. The basic professional skills are very, very important. Hands-on experience. So only unemployment, this is what everywhere people talk about. So why does this happen? Only 7% engineering graduates are employable. Employable means they can study, they will get a degree, but people will not hire them. That means you're not employable. You have not upgraded yourself so that somebody will hire you. And as many as 97% of graduating engineers wants job either in software or core engineering. But only 3% have suitable skills to be employed in software or product market, and only 7% can handle core engineering tasks. So while you're doing an ECE or EEE, why don't you concentrate on your core jobs? That is why you're studying all these 4 years, 8 semesters, you're studying a lot of technical subjects, you're doing a lot of practical sessions, and you're doing a lot of projects, you're learning a lot of things on the core subject, but you don't want to do work on those, and you don't have basics of that and strong command on those things. That is the reason you're not comfortable enough to attend even an interview for a core job. And you feel that if I know the C, C++ or Python, I can just apply for a computer company and I can join in an IT company. But don't underestimate the IT companies. Every day you have to study, every day you have to upgrade yourself. It's really ask somebody in the IT field, day and night they have to upgrade themselves, day and night they have to update the new technologies and solve. Nobody will be there to give you a solution. You have to solve on your own, learn and solve. So nothing is easy, my dear students. So you're investing so much of time in your core curriculum. You please concentrate on getting a core job. It is not difficult, and core job is something really going to fetch you good jobs and good fortune. And the traditional education sector in India has not evolved at the same pace as the industry. As we all know that the syllabus is not changing, and many colleges exist with the same skill gap. But you have to take initiative. It is your life. The expectations of the companies have come from the students, the candidates, and the skills what they possess. And lack of innovation and research. Why this lack of innovation and research has come? See, right from the schooling, we all have been habituated by hearting, rote learning. Just take the book by heart, read 10 times, write 10 times, and go and vomit in the exam, get your marks. So that is what we have been following. And that is not going to help you at all, my dear students and ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand what you're studying. It is not what you by heart or put in your mind, the understanding capability. That is why I said there is a big difference between studying and learning. Learning is something you understand what you study, okay? So when you learn, you know how to apply. But when you study, you can only write exams and you don't know how to apply. So that is what is the big difference. And the lack of skill-based education in the colleges. And the skill-based education is another immediate need in every institution. And I know your college is taking a lot of initiative to bridge this gap, and they have a lot of initiatives in bringing in a lot of new courses. And only thing is the students should know the value of it. The value-added courses are given to add value to you, to your resume, and to bring you out to dream jobs. So that is what the engineering students need to have, the hands-on training on the basis of the problems they are likely to encounter in the real world. It is not the kit what you are using in your practical labs. When we were studying, there were no kits. We used to have breadboards, and we need to select the components and come and do the experiment. So you have to build your circuits. You need to work on the real world solutions and situations, and then give solutions. So work on those projects right from first year, my dear professors. Kindly put them into projects right from first year. Whatever they study, you're studying EDC, do some projects on EDC. What maximum you can explore in EDC, do that. So this is the only way you can be able to succeed and reach the expectations of the industry. And that is where the skill development is very much required. So you need to improve your skills along with your technical knowledge. And the HRs, what do they say? It's all about the talent. And 83% of HR professionals say that they have difficulty recruiting suitable job candidates in the last 12 months. Why? Skill shortages or tightening the job market. Do you think the companies don't want people? They want people. They are not even retiring the people who are cross 60 or 65 because they don't have the freshers who know to do the job. That is the reason even the older people who are about to retire are continued. They are asked to continue their job because the industries are also suffering that they are not getting the skilled job for. There are a lot of vacant jobs, my dear students. Only thing is you need to upskill yourself, and the companies don't come for recruitment to reject you. Their aim is to pick up the right person. So right person will have the knowledge and skill. So you have to prepare yourself so that people will come and select you. There was one incident I would like to tell you. There was a boy in Bombay. He wanted to study in IIT, but he could not get a job in IIT. So he joined in a normal engineering, affiliated engineering college, like how you're studying. And he was very much interested in coding skills. Of course, he was from a ECE department. So I can just relate him with the coding skills. But for you, you will be having your own skill competitions related to your department. So that boy started attending the Google's the coding competitions every time. He will not miss a single competition. You know, by the end of the final year, before he completed, Google had a statistic saying that how many students have attended the coding competitions regularly and how they performed. You know, this boy was on top 10. And they searched and they came to him and they gave a job. The Google came to the boy who studied in a normal affiliated private college in Bombay and gave the job. And he was getting a huge amount of salary. You just can't imagine. So don't ever think where you are studying, but how you are studying, how you are developing yourself, how you are exposing yourself to the world. That is what makes all the difference. And every institution provides what you want as a basic foundation, and you have to learn, ask questions from your professors, go to library, go to internet and learn, acquire a lot of knowledge. So this is how you're going to compete with the automation. As I said, the robots have also started thinking, and if we don't, then robots are going to stand in the queue before us for getting a job. So you have to prepare yourself to explore your careers, my dear students. So now let us get into the opportunities. So initially, when you start about thinking about a career path for ECE or EEE or anybody for that sake, any branch, you know, first they may think of immediately getting a job, you know, after completing your BE or BTech, and then some may think of going for higher studies. And job opportunities, if you think, there will be government job opportunities as well as private job opportunities. And even in government, you have two categories, that is state level and central level. So in this session, we are going to talk everything in detail. So let me talk. I'm going to mix both electrical and ECE and EEE students. So I request you people to make a note of whatever inputs I'm going to give. And if you can take screenshots of some company list, whichever I show, because you may not be able to write everything in this speed. So, okay. So this is something related to the role of electronics and communication engineers. So first of all, the ECE students, before joining in a group of ECE, have you ever explored that what I will be doing after completing my ECE? So they will be involved in research, design, develop, or test electronic components and systems for commercial, industrial, military, or scientific use, employing knowledge of electronic theory and material properties. So this knowledge is what is being taught in your engineering course. And the design electronic circuits and components for use in the field such as telecommunications, aerospace guidance and propulsion control, acoustics or instruments and controls. And coming to electrical and electronics engineers. So what do you do? I mean, the electrical and electronics engineers also do a research, design, develop, test, or supervise the manufacturing and installation of electrical equipment, components, or systems for commercial, industrial, military, and scientific use. And an electrical engineer is responsible for designing and developing new electrical systems, test equipment, and find solutions to electrical problems and devices. And the electrical engineers usually work with large scale electrical systems, which include motor control and power transmission. Throughout their career, they work on a diverse range of technologies, from designing household appliances, electrical power stations, wiring, lighting of building, and satellite communications also. So being an electrical engineer requires one to obtain extensive training and to pursue electrical engineering specialization. So now let me talk about the future for electrical engineering graduates in India. So you all might have thought about, what is this? I've taken a EEE group. I'm not getting job opportunities, because when I see the media, people say that no jobs for ECE students, no jobs for EEE students. You see a lot of queries in Quora, and a lot of newspapers put that as a big headline. But take my words now, I'm going to tell you that huge opportunities are there for you. First, let us talk about the electric vehicles will soon start ruling the Indian roads. The electric vehicles will soon, the battery prices that have come down by 73% actually since 2010, and the electric cars are expected to budget friendly. They will be a budget friendly compared to the fuel powered cars. And the International Energy Agency estimated that by 2025, 70 million electric vehicles will be on the road. And countries around the world are recognizing the importance and potential of electric vehicles, and industry is expected to generate at least 1 crore of jobs by 2030. So take my words, students, you have got a huge opportunity. And when I talk about electrical, electronics people, even electronics and communication people will have the equivalent opportunity, because you also study those subjects. Only thing is the one which is very unique for you is communication area. But other than that, whatever I'm going to talk about electrical and electronics, even the electronics students will have opportunity. And this is one thing very, very booming. And unlike in the past, whereby the customers solely depended on a local electrical power company, today they have many options with the ability to even generate their own power. Some consumers also now want to sell their surplus energy, whatever they generate. As a result, the electricity delivery infrastructure has to change. And in response to these demands, most energy departments around the world are placing smart devices throughout their networks, right up to the customers' homes, offices, and factories. And the smart grids collects valuable data to allow both customers and the suppliers a higher degree of control over multiple power sources. It also enables them to predict surges in usage and instantly detect the outages. Then coming to the wireless power transfer, this is also increasing. And next one is the wireless wearable tech. So the last year at the recent Apple event I've seen, Tim Cook, actually, he shared a couple of videos he had received from several Apple Watch users. These customers appreciated how the Apple Watch had detected their health conditions, such as the atrial fibrillation, and encouraged them to visit a doctor and immediately to save their lives. Even now, the Apple has introduced having the oxygen level indicator. So all these things are going to be really, really in demand in future. And next comes the artificial intelligence. Pretty well how important that artificial intelligence talk in the world is. And if artificial intelligence has penetrated large industries like armaments and medicine, surely the electrical and electronics and the ECE students landscape cannot be an exception. And electrical engineers and the electronic engineers are expected to do much better with AI. And by blending their, the skill, what you have, whatever you study, a lot of things you can contribute, like create complex algorithms for data interpretation, generate new codes or revamping existing codes, build massive AI and machine learning platforms, develop comprehensive strategies in the field of electronics. And the fabricated products have come in the existing world, and energy saving lighting technologies have come. How people go for this energy saving. Earlier they used to say that the LED bulbs were only purchased by the rich people, but they are now so cheap and everybody can have it, and also you can reduce your power bills also. Next is the most important and my most fashionable topic or the technology, that is Internet of Things. Like all the branch of students will have an opportunity in this Internet of Things, and IoT impacts many different areas of ECE and EEE landscape actually. From smart grids to smart lighting and visible light communication, among many others, IoT is now intertangled with the electrical engineering industry and also the electronics industry. As a result, it's now imperative that every electrical and electronics engineer becomes an IoT literate. So you have to put in a lot of efforts to know about the IoTs and its applications. And then the increased use of drones. We know that this is happening now, and earlier we thought that it is only for the entertainment industry to take videos or shooting music or movies, something like that. But the application of drones have gone far beyond the entertainment industry, and a recent survey on 7 business sectors has shown that the engineering and construction industries use drones the most. And did you know that leveraging drones can increase safety on a construction site by 55%? And the electrical engineers and the electronic engineers are using drones to examine certain hazardous zones where they can't physically go. So that is also one more thing which will help you. And next one is implementation of sustainable energy. This is what is the talk of everyone, the drive for sustainable energy sources is at peak, and the implementation of utility scale renewable fuels such as solar, wind, and hydropower at its peak increase all around the world. And then comes the most important, that is robotics. While robotics-based technologies are often ridiculed for stealing people's jobs in most industries, it is a different case in electrical and electronics engineering field. Robotics significantly help to improve safety, and for instance, remotely controlled wireless underground cable cutters can be used instead of putting humans at life-threatening risk. So many use cases are there. Even people send the robots to space. NASA is going to send 8 robots to space for doing the research. So who will develop all those robots? Who will control? Who will monitor? Who will service the product design? And all those things are for the expectations through these EEE and ECE engineers. And who about the future of electronics and communication graduates in India? An electronics engineer earns an average salary of about 3,05,680 per year, and growing convergence between the hardware and software, because this is something that electronic engineers have an edge in when compared to the computer graduates. Because when you are having the products which are developing, the growing product companies in India is going to throw a lot of opportunities to you. And once we have the product companies emerging, electronics engineers are in demand. But it's design or comprehensive testing or whatever it is, you need to have an hands-on experience. And from cell phones and computers to televisions and exorbitant ultra-modern satellites, electronics and communication engineering has become an essential discipline in all the industries. And as an all-encompassing domain, this field has also penetrated areas like IoT, robotics, mechatronics, instrumentation, healthcare, automation, etc. You have huge opportunities, my dear ECE students. Electronics and communication engineering is unquestionably a promising growth-driven domain, and with adequate knowledge and competent abilities, students can avail a wide range of job opportunities. So now I'm going to talk about the different job titles. An ECE engineer will get a job titles as design engineer, evaluation engineer, IC design engineer, product engineer, RF engineer, R&D engineer, and a test engineer. And electrical will get a circuits engineer, design engineer, electrical controls engineer, electrical design engineer, electrical project engineer, instrumentation and electrical reliability engineer, power systems engineer, product engineer, and test engineer. And various career paths for bachelors in electronics and communication engineering is radio frequency design and mobile communication, electronic control systems, telecommunications, electronic product design, control and power electronics, consumer electronics, signal processing, military, and aeronautical electronics. And coming to the electrical engineers, after attaining the required job academic qualification, the electrical job profiles available for them on the basis of knowledge and interest. These engineers work on multiple projects throughout their career, which includes the computers, robots, cell phones, navigation, among all others. So let me tell you some of the profiles like micro electrical engineer. So they deal with the design and microfabrication of tiny electronic circuit components. And electrical engineer work in the function of the variety of functional groups that are involved in the production, development, and implementation of electrical production. Then power engineer, instrumentation engineer, telecommunication engineer, electrical design engineer. So a lot of new job roles are coming, and you may also have a lot of opportunities in the design and development, scientific and research, maintenance, infrastructure, manufacturing, etc. So now coming to the technology skills required for ECE and EEE may not be there in the syllabus, but the industries may require. So according to the industry needs, you have to improve your technology skills, like analytical or scientific software has to be learned. Like MATLAB is very, very, very important, and PSpice is another important software, and the compiler and decompiler software, computer aided design, that is the CAD software. This is very, very important when you are becoming a robotic engineer. And database user interface and query software, that is SQL or DBMS, and development environment software, C, something like C, and also the VHDL software, and electronic mail software, IBM Lotus Notes, enterprise application integration software, extensible markup language, XML, and enterprise resource planning, ERP software, and then the file versioning software, graphics or photo imaging software, industrial control software, SCADA, and internet browsing software, the web browsing software, map creation software, object or component-oriented development software, that is .NET, Oracle, or Java, and Python. Python is very much required, and Office suite software, Microsoft Office, operating system softwares, presentation softwares like PPT, project management software, spreadsheet aware software, word processing software. So all these things can be learned from home. When you are at home, you can go on to some free course and get learned about all these things. A lot of free courses are available. It is the knowledge what is required, not the certificate. And then the knowledge of engineering and technology, whatever you are studying, the in-depth fundamental knowledge is very important. And about the computers, computer programming and all other things are very much required. And also the basic mathematics. Suppose if you're going for a core job also, if you're going to mix your analysis of computer science knowledge, you need to have a basic mathematics. Strong mathematics is required, because for data analysis, you need to have mathematics and statistics and the design knowledge. And you need to also know about the physics basics, and also English language for communicating, production and processing, mechanical, telecommunication, customer and personal service. All these things are the knowledge which are required. And now coming to the skills. The skills, as I said, you need to develop a lot of skills. I told about the technical skills, and now it is about the other technical, non-technical, that is the life skills, the quality control analysis, troubleshooting, critical thinking, judgment and decision making, mathematics, reading comprehension, complex problem solving, system evaluation, speaking skill, system analysis, active learning, writing skill, operation analysis, monitoring, time management, coordination, instructing, learning strategies, negotiation, persuasion, active listening, service orientation, and social perceptiveness. So all these things cannot be taught. It has to be learned. And also the abilities like mathematical reasoning, number facility, deduction reasoning, inductive reasoning, near vision, oral comprehension, written comprehension, category flexibility, information ordering, oral expression, problem sensitivity, written expression, originality, speech clarity, flexibility, and selection attention, speech recognition, fluency of ideas. A lot of abilities are to be improved. Unless or otherwise you involve yourself in a lot of practicals and hands-on experience, you will not be able to know, first of all, what sort of abilities you have. So that explore all the in depth and the personal core abilities, whatever you have. And now coming to the EEE gate-based jobs. So you have the job opportunities after you write gate. I insist that all the core jobs are based on gate knowledge, and because you get wonderful jobs with very good salary. So these are all the companies where you get jobs if you are qualified in GATE. And also you have to think about getting a job through this PSU recruitment. You know, this is very, very important, whereas you will be getting lot of job opportunities here. So when I'm going to tell you now, you will understand that. So the PSU recruitment is done on the basis of GATE score as well as the COAP counseling process. What is it, COAP? That is a common offer acceptance portal where IITs and PSUs upload their admission and offer job offers to the candidates with a valid GATE score. And the candidates who have qualified for the GATE electrical and electronics engineering paper can apply for PSU recruitment for electrical and electronics engineering. So benefits, what you get a stable job with high job security. This is something which you have to think about. And additional perks and benefits such as medical reimbursements, extended leaves, retirement benefits, incentives, etc. Less work pressure and targets, and higher pay as compared to other government jobs. And let me tell you about some of the different types of PSUs for EEE recruitment. That is Maharatnas. They have different categories. That is, one category is Maharatnas such as ONGC, Oil India Corporation, Coal India, etc. And Navratnas such as EAL, NBCC, Power Finance Corporation. Then Mini Ratnas such as BSNL, BEML, Central Coal Fields Limited. So list of PSUs, let me give you the list. So Maharatnas is NTPC, ONGC, SAIL, BEL, IOCL, CIL, GAIL, and BPCL. And coming to the Navratnas, you have so many: Bharat Electronics Limited, National Buildings Construction Corporation, NMDC, Shipping Corporation, Container Corporation, NALCO, Navy Lignite Corporation, Rural Electrification Corporation, Engineers India Limited, MTNL, Oil India Limited, Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, HAL, HPCL, Power Finance Corporation, Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. Then coming to Mini Ratnas, see, you have so many companies coming under this category of Mini Ratnas. You have another set of category for Mini Ratnas. So many companies are there. And one more set of companies also for Mini Ratnas. I have shown you 3 slides full of companies where you can get jobs if you qualify in GATE and apply for the PSUs. And then coming to the one more slide is also there. And coming to the second set of Mini Ratnas, also you have so many companies which offer you jobs. And eligibility criteria for PSU EEE through GATE 2021. So you can see that you need to have completed the electrical BTech or BE, and you can see the name of the PSU and what are the eligibility, that is, age limit is given, and everybody is asking for a valid GATE score, my dear students. So do not hesitate. Go to your department, talk to your HOD, talk to your placement coordinator, know about what all the subjects you need to be thorough on GATE, start working on GATE. And once you clear that, see that so many companies, you have this opportunity through PSUs. Only thing what they need is your valid GATE score. And PSU's applications form for EEE. So what is in the application form? You can go to the website of PSUs. There you can download, and how they do the selection process. You know, see, there's an application fee, I mean, a maximum of 300 or 500 rupees. So all these PSCs you can check from the website, and you can see that the selection or recruitment process is again through the GATE, and they conduct a group discussion and a personal interview. Just see the average salary. You can see that 18 lakhs per annum. Can you just imagine this in a private company? See, this EEE has got tremendous opportunities. Only thing what you have to do is understand the subjects what you're studying, have a basic understanding, and then prepare yourself for GATE. You have a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And also there are private companies other than government companies. There are so many private companies also give you opportunities. And some of the companies like Siemens, GE, Robert Bosch, L&T, IBM, Infosys, Reliance, Banking, Genpact, Wipro. So all sorts of MNCs also give you opportunities. Something like Siemens, you know, like they work on gas turbines, steam turbines, compressors, generators, and electrical systems. And ABB India Limited, you know, they manufacture transformers, generators, motors, automation products, and Havells India, they work on capacitors, switch gears, motors, and electrical equipments. And Crompton Greaves, they work on transformers, generators, motors, reactors, pumps, etc. And Bajaj Electricals, they work on mixer grinders, water heaters, inverter, electrical kettles, ceiling fans, LED light, microwave ovens. And Alstom Limited, they work on the circuit breakers, auto transformers, bushing, solar products, automation products, etc. And the Kirloskar company also, they work on the power generation, transmission and distribution, transportation, and renewable energy. And Exide Industries, they work on battery design and development. And some of the state level job opportunities you can try in your AP Genco, AP Transco, Vizag Steel Plant, AP SPDCL, and APPSC. So these are all the opportunities. And central government opportunities, you can come through this UPSC, NTPC, SAIL, HAL, HPCL, NHPC, BEL, BDL, NPCAL, NHDC, BARC, Indian Railways, Power Grid, IOCL, GAIL, Indian Coast Guard, EAL, Indian Navy, NFC, BEML, DRDO, ECIL, ONGC, BPCL, NALCO, and SSC. See how many opportunities you have. And if you are going to do post-graduation, if you feel that yes, I need to study more, I wanted to go into research areas, you can do that. You can study in good IITs and NITs. You have to qualify your GATE, and you can take any of these as your major. And also after you can also go for PhDs. You can get into ISRO, DRDO, DRDL for a lot of research activities. And the core softwares, as I said, you need to be thorough with the MATLAB, PSpice, ECAD, LabVIEW, Kale, PSCAD, and ETAP. These are some of the inputs which I would like to give for the EEE students. And now coming to the ECE core. So in ECE, you will majorly study about the designing and working of electronic components to facilitate the electronic processes, designing and manufacturing of electronic devices and their integrated circuits. And many fields, subfields like networking electronics, communication system, digital electronics, analog electronics, embedded systems, consumer electronics, and power electronics fall under ECE. And also you have different areas like radio engineering, electric power control systems, telecommunication, signal processing, solid state physics, robotics, computer engineering. You have opportunities. And new avenues are there in automation. When the industries go for automation, you have a lot of opportunities. Both EEE and ECE have opportunity in self-driving cars, smart energy systems, etc. And employment sectors. These are the different sectors in which the ECE can get jobs. And these are all another set. And PSU recruitment, again, you have 3 categories: Maharatna, Ravratna, and Mini Ratna for ECE. BHEL, GAIL, NTPC, and SAIL come under Maharatna, and Navratna, BPCL, Engineers India Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, etc. And Mini Ratna category 1, you have Airports Authority of India, Antrix Corporation, Bharat Dynamics, Bharat Sanchar. And category 2, you have Bharat Pumps Compressors Limited, Central Mine Planning Design Institute Limited. See how many possibilities. And when you compare with EEE and ECE PSU opportunities, EEE has got tremendous opportunities through PSUs. And in ECE, after GATE, you can get job in HPCL, AAI, Airports Authority, NLC, NPCAL, NTPC, ECAL, PGCAL, and ONGC. And in public service, PSU, the selection criteria, again, what do they say? Like it is something like a GATE score, group discussion, as well as the personal interview. Every company will do the same thing. And you can see that the salary is around 9 to 9.65 lakhs annually. And some of them, they don't disclose the salary details. And every PSU will have a different way of selection. So you have to go into them, and then you have to find out. This coming to some of the career opportunities where they have to concentrate more. A lot of research work is happening, and they are nothing but the VLSI and embedded. So VLSI, you can get a front-end design and verification engineers, and you can also work as a back-end engineer. And also the embedded EC engineers with good programming skills or interest in the same can become good embedded software engineers. And also fundamental knowledge in electronics, microprocessor, microcontrollers is very, very important. And IoTs, as I said, you have a lot of opportunities. And technical knowledge for core jobs, you have to have a clear concept of designing analog circuits, VLSI, microprocessor, antennas, network analysis, and programming skill. And you have a tremendous opportunity in teaching also, provided you have good fundamental knowledge. And also in public sector, job opportunities are too high, and communication and telecommunication sector also you have very good opportunity, and government jobs also you have a tremendous opportunity. And there are some job roles like electronics engineer around 5 lakhs per annum, field engineer around 5 lakhs, production manager 6 lakhs, network planning engineer 5 lakhs, software engineer 5 lakhs almost, and electronic technician around 2 lakhs per annum. And core companies, job opportunities, already I have told you about this. And these are some of the core companies: Qualcomm, Intel, Indian Space Research, ISRO, and then Cisco, where they work on VLSI, TCS, they recruit for VLSI analog and digital electronics, Vodafone, they recruit for telecommunications and networking, Micromax for embedded systems, Samsung for analog and digital electronics, Red Pine for signal processing, analog and digital communication, Broadcom for communication and VLSI. And also Aircel for telecommunication, Dell India for networking, Nokia for analog and digital electronic communication, Motorola for communications, Honeywell for embedded systems, LG Electronics for analog and digital electronics, Videocon for communication, Reliance for communication, Wipro for wireless and networking, telecom and VLSI, Philips Electronics for analog and digital electronics. So see how many companies are recruiting for your core jobs, and the only thing is you need to improve your core knowledge. Texas Instruments, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, Flextronics, HCL Technologies, Tata Teleservices, DMRC, Siemens, Wipro Lighting, Crompton Greaves, Neolex Cables, Broadcom, Havells, HBM, Power Systems, Texas Instrument, Freescale Semiconductors, Exide Industries. And all these things, actually, I recommend the department as well as the placement coordinators to take up all these companies, go to the website, contact the HR and invite them for a talk, and then invite them for recruitment also. And every student has to go to the website of these companies and have an analysis and make a tabulation of what they do, each one of them, what are the specialization, how do they recruit freshers, what are the eligibility criteria, who is working in those companies, get connected with them. There are a lot of professional platforms like LinkedIn. So get connected. Getting a job is not going to be that difficult as you think, my dear students. And also you have a lot of opportunity in the area of chemical and aerospace, power generation and telecom area, material, metal and oil and gas, in defense. These are all for both electrical, ECE and EEE students, marine and railway, construction, industry. So all these things, depends upon your basic fundamental knowledge. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, you wanted to solve some problem and you wanted to become entrepreneur, you want to start on your own, then you need to have a planning skill, team of leadership, solution finder, you need to be organizing, and you should have a lot of patience, analysis of market, good communication skill, and also deep knowledge in your field and others too, and also marketing, because it's not only the technical knowledge that is required for entrepreneur, you need to know everything like finance and marketing, and also you need to have a positive attitude. And scope of EC, in mechanical, you can work on mechatronics, in medical, biomedical, in instrumentation, you can work on virtual instrumentation, in architecture, you can do intelligent lighting, and in electrical and drives, you can do smart meter, and electronics and computer, you can work on computer architecture, and also in communication, you can work on wired and wireless communication, electronics in automobiles, you can work on automotive electronics, and in industrial automation, you can work on robotics, and process control, you can work on PLC and SCADA, and in home environment, you can work on IoTs. So lot of companies are there to recruit you people, and you can try in Atomic Energy Commission, Civil Aviation Department, All India Radio Manufacturing Units, and also in IT area. And the major technologies what you need to work is analog and radio frequency circuits, communication and signal processing, computer and digital systems, networking, computer vision and image processing. This is something which is booming now. And control systems and robotics, remote sensing, nanotechnology, sustainable energy and power systems. See how many technologies are there for you, and a lot of scope are there. And dream jobs, as I said, dream jobs are not dream jobs as long as you work on it and try for it. They will come to you to give job, provided you upskill yourself, learn all the technologies and promote yourself, put about yourself and the college into the social media, something like a LinkedIn, where professional network people will start looking at your college, looking at your profile, like what you're doing. So all those things, whatever you're doing, try to promote it, try to increase your visibility. So that is how you can get all these dream jobs. And also the non-core jobs, as I said, once you hone your software skills, you can apply for private companies like Wipro, TCS, Accenture, Infosys or HCL, and you can apply for assistant software engineer, junior software engineer, programmer, .NET engineer, quality assurance manager, developer, business analyst, and data analyst. And for higher studies, whether you can take up GATE and then go for your PG, or you can do your MBA, and or if you do this GRE TOEFL, you can go for abroad studies, or you can also become a junior research fellow. And the MS in electrical engineering, actually, two types of masters in electrical engineering, actually, MS and masters in engineering. And the fees of universities offering MS in electrical engineering is from $29,000 to $77,000. And graduates, listen to this, graduates can earn up to what? This $1,11,000 per annum with a master's in electrical engineering in USA. So according to Times Higher Education, 37 out of top 100 universities offering electrical and electronic engineering are located in US. And electrical engineers working in the United States typically earn $96,000 per year, compared to $6,550 in India, more than 12 times higher salary you will get. And USA is also the second highest paying country for graduates for electrical and electronics engineering. So these are the top paying countries. First one is Switzerland, then comes the USA, then Norway, New Zealand, and Australia. And then you have so many universities providing you this electrical engineering ranking. You can see that Massachusetts, Stanford University, University of California, California Institute of Technology, Georgia Institute, California University, Los Angeles, Carnegie Mellon, University of Illinois, Princeton, and Purdue University. So many universities are there where you have to prepare yourself to go there. You have to write your GRE or GMAT, and also you need to have the statement of purpose and a letter of recommendation, and you have to properly apply. And the tuition fees, if you see, the MIT has the highest, $77,000. And then comes the Stanford, US Berkeley. You can see the various tuition fee ranges. And employment, like for electrical engineers, maximum, number of people are recruited in architectural, engineering, and related service. And then comes the electrical power generation. And then comes the electromedical control instruments, then the electrical equipment, and then comes the communication equipment manufacturing. So electronics engineering, how you can go ahead. Same procedure for going abroad. You have to clear your GRE, TOEFL, and then finish your UG with better scores. And also you have a master's degree in computer engineering and digital systems, signal processing, electromagnetic fields, photonics, solid state devices, and integrated circuits. And the top universities, the first comes the Massachusetts, they focus on bioelectrical, biomedical, electrical, and computer engineering, and $42,000 fees will be. Stanford universities, they concentrate on ICs, power electronics, societal networks, etc. $44,000. And University of California, here you have this, they work on MEMS and signal processing, $27,000. And University of Illinois, here you focus on the electrical and power cutting edge, renewable energy, power electronics, optics and remote sensing, microelectronics and photonics, nanotechnology, networking and distributed computing, power and energy systems. So both EEE and ECE have opportunities. And California Institute, they focus on the quantum electronics. Just take my word, quantum electronics is going to boom in future. And modern optics, lasers, gated waves, And solid state materials and devices, they charge 39,000 USD. And Georgia Institute, they work on neuroengineering, biosensors and biomems, VLSS systems and digital design. And that is 26 to 27,000 USD. And University of Michigan, you have computer architecture to plasma science and engineering, from signal processing and image processing to integrated circuits, VLSI, solid state devices, nanotechnology to quantum science and device. That is 42,000 USD they charge. And Carnegie Mellon, they focus on electrical, electronics and communication engineering, computer storage systems, cyber physical systems, mobile systems, and 39,000 USD fees. Princeton universities, here they focus on integrated electronic systems and photonics, and they charge 38 to 39,000. And Cornell University focuses on artificial intelligence, computational biology, VLSI, power electronics, electrical power, Masters of Science and Systems and Networking, and they charge 30,000 USD. So future of electrical engineers. If you enjoy tweaking machines or putting life into them, electrical engineering core jobs are the go-to choice for you. And electrical engineering helps you gain excellence over electronics and any equipment powered by electricity. And it is used in most complex machines to the easiest machines used for making the most complicated equipment to the simplest products. And the mobile phones that you use today are the work of an electrical engineer. The test equipment like MRI, ultrasound that you and I don't even give much thought to it is work of electrical engineer. And from small chips installed in machines to big space and robot projects, all of that is the work of an electrical engineer. And the careers after electrical engineering and the possibilities, job possibilities, are tremendously high. And the future of electronics and communication engineers, with the rapid advancements in technologies, most of the industries have started inventing robotics, automation technology, smart energy systems, the Internet of Things, and a lot more. And most of these gigantic industries have been operating in Gulf countries, Germany, China, Canada, Japan, etc. And students pursuing ECE have ample job opportunities available, and electronics engineers who are specialized in control and power systems can get premium job opportunities in Japan, Germany, and US and Korea. And there are also spectrums of job roles available in multidisciplinary streams which an electronics engineers can take. So the final thoughts for my dear students: computer proficiency is a must these days, and try to get acquainted with some of the industrial grade softwares. Develop your communication and interpersonal skills. Develop more practical skills and get hands-on experience on theoretical concepts, and get exposed to the current industrial methodologies as much as possible, and stay updated with the latest technologies by developing projects on them, and do additional certified training programs to build your profile, and take additional responsibilities in your college to showcase your managerial skills. So this is what is about the electrical engineers and electronics and communication engineers career opportunities. I think we have explored a lot, and you still have to explore a lot. And you can watch my career guidance and a lot of technical related sessions in my videos in my YouTube channel. There are more than 1,200 videos, especially for students. And thank you so much for the opportunity. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. And for your information, tomorrow we are going to have the job opportunities or the exploration of career opportunities for CSE and IT students. And if any of you would like to take up a software job, you can even attend the session to know more about the CSE and IT job opportunities. Thank you so much. Once again, I would like to thank the management, principal, HOD, teaching and non-teaching staff, and my dear students, lovely students. Thank you so much for your patient listening, and I hope this session would have thrown some light and given you a bright eye-opening for the future careers.
Thank you, ma'am. And fine. Thank you, ma'am. Finally, we have come to the end of our session. My heartfelt thanks to our guest, Dr. Usha Eswaran Garu. We are really thankful to you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to attend the session, for your support and guidance. I even thankful to our principal, HODs, faculty, and my colleagues to make this event successful. Even I would like to thank to Mr. Dr. G.S. Mahesh sir, Professor, Training and Placement Officer, Rakesh sir, Assistant Professor, CSC Department, Dushyant sir, Assistant Professor, ECE Department, for making the session possible. We truly appreciate your support, sirs. At last, I thank everyone for making this opportunity.
So can I have some feedback from students? And thank you so much, Mahesh sir. I forgot to mention you in the beginning. He was the one who coordinated, and I hope he is doing a wonderful job as a training and placement department. And can I have some feedback from students, like what enlightenment you received today?
Yes, ma'am. So everyone, please give your feedback to ma'am as the link is provided in the chat box.
I wish some students turn on your mic if possible and tell me about what you learned today.
Students, if you have any queries, you can ask.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm Navyashri from the Department of ECE, ma'am, third year, ma'am.
Good.
Ma'am, such a wonderful experience that hearing you about our future, our jobs like that, ma'am.
So do you
Ma'am,
get...
I have a question, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, is it possible if you get a job and even though while working the job for training for PSUs, training for PSUs and SSCs, ma'am?
See,
While
training
like doing a job
for PSU, you have to clear your gate, which you have to do now. When you are
Yes, ma'am.
studying,
Yes,
you have to
ma'am.
write the exam. That is the training. There is no special training. You have to prepare for gate. So go to your department, ask them the gate subjects, and go to the subject teachers and ask them how to prepare for those subjects to clear or get a valid gate score. Once you have a valid gate score, you will have fantastic job. You know, you don't have to worry about your job forever. You will get fantastic pay also. So first and foremost for EEE, lot of job opportunities, PSU job opportunities are there. Only thing required is gate, which you have to start right now. You are in third year, isn't it? Now you have to start preparing and write your gate exam.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you all. Sir, Mahesh sir, can I leave?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your sharing your knowledge and as well as the thoughts with the students and all. So tomorrow, once again, we'll meet with the CSC and IT students, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, the same time. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Bye, students. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.